fields out at the front. We've got the famous North Ainslie Primary School directly in front of us, and the oval, of course, the great soccer goals. The kids can run around. Doesn't matter if you extend it and use the whole backyard, because that's your front yard if you need it. We've got a beautiful backdrop to Mount Ainslie. There's a lovely view from the rear there, and those of us who live in Ainslie absolutely love that mountain for just walking up, running up, bushwalks, for mountain biking. Just gives you a lovely feeling of serenity. We're not far from the famous Ainslie shops as well. The fabulous Edgar's Inn, great place to have a beer. There's two terrific hairdressers. There's a lovely family-friendly IGA. I think they're the best shops in Canberra without doubt. We're close to Dixon. We're not far from the wonderful Braddon precinct, so you've got everything here. So probably the last two things I've got to say, I want to thank my team, in particular Stacey, who does everything behind the scenes for me, and Liam, who's at all the home opens and is a terrific bloke and works extremely hard. If you have registered to bid, and I know we've got a few, don't have any regrets, get stuck into it. The owners have bought another house. They're very realistic in what they'll take. They want to sell it today. So don't hold back, and then ring Liam or I tomorrow and say, get us another one of those, because we don't have one at the moment. You've heard that before, sir, haven't you? Okay. Best of luck.
Thanks, Stephen. And certainly a wonderful opportunity right here. So, folks, we are going to be conducting today's sale in accordance, of course, with the Real Estate Institute's auction legislation. The terms and conditions, they are on display as you register. Of course, I'll run through those very quickly with you now. Of course, as auctioneer, I may make one bid for the sale of the property at any time during the auction. If you are intent on bidding here, you are required by law to, of course, register to bid. As you place your bids, folks, I'd ask you just to hold up your bidder's number, if you would, so I can identify you, of course, as a registered bidder. As auctioneer, I may refuse any bid. I may also decide the amount by which the bidding is to be advanced. I may also withdraw the property from sale at any time during the auction. Now, I may refer bids back and forth to the seller. We'll do that via Stephen, of course. He'll be sort of toing and froing back and forth as we go through the auction. And, of course, the property is being sold subject to a reserve price. Now, if that reserve price is not met, of course, the sellers will first negotiate with the highest bidder for the exclusive rights to negotiate if we don't quite reach that reserve. Quite simply, folks, that means the best position to be in is having that highest bid. Of course, the property is being sold subject to a reserve price, and I'll announce that if we reach that sort of level or thereabouts. The buyer, of course, must sign the contract and pay the deposit as soon as practical after the fall of the hammer. Now, they are the standard terms that the rules of engagement, I suppose, the terms and conditions of auction. I'll take them as understood if I see you bidding here this morning. Now, the contract has been made available through Stephen and his team. It legally describes the property as Block 3, Section 94, in the division of Ainslie, of course, otherwise known as 62 Sherbrooke Street. We are offering the property today with vacant possession. The goods, as noted down on the contract, are quite simply the fixed floor coverings, light fittings and window treatments in their current condition. And the date for completion, quite simply, on or before 30 days. A deposit of somewhere between 5 and 10%. Now, if we have made pre-negotiated terms through Stephen around the settlement date, and of course that deposit will uphold those terms as agreed. So, folks, once again, if I see you bidding, I know you are comfortable with the terms of the contract and you've made your own investigations around that. Well, folks, a prime location here. Stephen made mention of Edgar's before. I was just down there this morning having a coffee. It is a buzz with hype about this property. I can see why there's so many people here today. It's a prime opportunity across the road from the school. As Stephen mentioned, he's a bit excited about Ainslie, aren't you, Stephen? You love the area, but I can certainly see why. It's a prime suburb. It's been on the rise, and it's going to continue to grow. So, folks, I'm going to call now for an opening bid. Who'd like to kick things off here this morning?
820.
820. Why not? Bid number 4 at 820,000 now. Would have thought straight to 40 from there. At 820 now, and away we go. 820 now we have. Could I say 30 on the rise? Who'd like to come with me now? Looking north of 820 now. At 820,000 now. First time we call it. Hello there. 840. 840. Why not? 840. 60 straight back, sir.
50.
50. At 50 now. Could I say 60 man? Very rude of me having my back to you there. Sorry about that. We're at 850 now. Have a think about it. Got the open fire burning inside there. You can go inside afterwards if you like. At 850,000 now. First time we're calling now at 850 only. Could be your lucky day. Second call now. 60 now. Bid number 8. 70 straight back. Could I say 80? Right, 870 now. Could I say 80 man? Have a think. Have a chat there. At 870,000 now. 880 now we have. 890 straight back. Could I say 9? At 890,000 now we have. 890,000 now. prime location at $890 only. 900 now, 910 straight back. Could I say 920? At 910,000 now. Exceptional value buying in this location at that sort of level. 920. 30 straight back.
25.
25. 30, ma'am. We'll drop you 5 if you like. 930. Could I say 35? You're multitasking really well there, ma'am. I admire that.
Real estate royalty, that lady.
830, absolutely. So at 830. 930, sorry.
Apologise to the owners.
Drop 100.
At 100K.
930 now. The bid is bid at number 8 at 930,000 now. Any further interest, guys? Prime location here, great property. Have a think, have a chat. There's no others that I'm aware of that are showing as much potential as this one here at 930,000 now. I'll call it away.
35.
35. Slow things down a little bit there because you are multitasking. 940. Did I say 50, sir? That'd be my suggestion. You sure you want to have a think about it? We're at 940 now. Take another 5 if you like, but 50 might be the smart move. We're at 940,000 now. Have a bit of a chat there, Stephen. See the kids walking across to school there at 940,000 now we have. At 940 now, and I'll call it away. First time we're calling it 940 only. Second time now at 940. Any interest there, sir? Could I tempt you back in for 2.5?
Tempting.
It is, isn't it?
It's a yes from me, Tom.
Third and final time at 940 only. On my right, any further interest at 940. One. It's a month of breakfast at Edgar's. $1,000 bucks. What do you think? So at 940, just bear with us there, guys. We'll just have a bit of a chat inside. So Stephen will just confirm with us owners inside there at 940. On my right here, ma'am, at 940. Smell the fire burning away inside. Very cosy in there. A bit cool out here. At 940 now, we're good to go. We've got the thumbs up. So we are selling, make no mistake. We're on the market for outright sale. Subject to no further bidding. We sell here. I noticed you raised your number there, ma'am. I got a bit excited. Any interest there before we sell at 940? Over the back here, guys. Going to go first, second, third and final time before we sell. 41. I'd agree with you, ma'am. I heard that. 45. Well, he said 50. I was going to get really excited. 945 now. Going to say 46. You sure? 945. We're going to sell. Definitely out at 945,000. First, second, third, and final time. It's going, selling, sold. Congratulations. Congratulations, of course, commiserations. Stephen's getting involved, guys. Your own bidders, of course, on behalf of Stephen and the team. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time.
Ego 62 Sherbrooke Street has sold for $945,000. Thanks for joining us for this week's All Homes Live auction. We'll see you next time.